Okay, good morning, boys and girls. It's 10:05, and being as punctual as we always are, let's get started. Okay, can everybody see?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right, so today is November 7th, and we're going to get started. Oh, I should have muted all. Okay.
I'm going to mute everybody.
Okay, good. Anyway, welcome. We do have a guest today. Denise, you want to introduce yourself?
Denise, unmute yourself.
Mute her?
No, I just muted everybody. There's too much noise in the background.
Yeah, but you could just unmute her.
Okay, I'll do that.
Hi, I'm Denise O'Toole. I live in Seattle. My mother is Valerie Hoover. I just woke her up. So hopefully she will join us. And I teach. I've been living here in Seattle as well as Orcas Island, Hawaii, Alaska, and I'm very excited to join you and to see what my mother is so excited about. So thank you for inviting me.
I put this slide in from the old days. I just thought you guys might get a kick out of this. Remember when the bulldog was sitting by the back door? Make sure you check in. Make sure you pay your dues. You remember those days? Anyway, that's why that's there. Plus, I knew we were having a guest today, so that's why I put it. Okay, here's where we are with communications.
Bob, you're muted.
We can't hear you.
Well, my wife actually prefers that.
That's not true. That's not true.
Bob, you're muted. We're hearing you through Diane's microphone.
How about now?
Yeah.
I was probably a victim of the mute all, right? That's probably what happened. No problem. We're back. Anyway, these are our communication channels, as you all well know. We have our own website. We're on Flickr. We're on Facebook, and we have our own internal email group. Just a quick word on Zoom etiquette from Jeffrey Tobin.
Oh.
Please remain clothed during the meeting. Okay, this is the lockbox at 2312. Just one stop fits all. You can put your dues, your thumb drives, your monthly challenges, and eventually your fall art show registration forms here. It's on the front porch at Manor 2312. You can't see it from the street. It's on the back of the post. So drop your stuff in there and don't disturb the residents, and we appreciate it. Here's where we are on activity. We're coming up to Monday is the 9th. We're going to be in the activity fair. I was dumbfounded that there were only 10 clubs listed for the activity fair when I saw the itinerary, and we're second up. Rather than me stand there in front of a camera for 5 minutes, I prepared a presentation, and that is what they will show when our turn comes. I think we're second behind woodworking. So, and if you guys like, in fact, it's available on the web right now. I just didn't tell you about it because I was hoping that it would be seen for the first time on Monday. But if you guys want to, I could give you a sneak peek. It's only 5 minutes. Okay, and then the board meeting is on Wednesday, the 11th. And then, as you know, the fall art show has been canceled. So we will meet as usual next week. My goodness, we would be scampering right now getting ready for a show, wouldn't we? But that was canceled, unfortunately. So we will meet as usual next week. And then on the 28th, of course, there's no meeting because of Thanksgiving. And then again, a board meeting on the 9th of December. And then, of course, Christmas, there's no meeting on the 26th. Next year is really up in the air. As far as our holiday social goes, we have no idea. Probably have to skip. The Leisure World Foundation exhibit, we don't know because we don't know where the figures are going to be in January. I have a feeling they're not going to be much better than they are right now, so that might be a pass also. And then the Spring Art Show also is up here. Diane, can you get the door? Okay, got it. Okay, here's where we are on the meetings at a glance. This is the 7th, so we have a weekly challenge is something noisy. Our monthly challenge is birds, and then we're going to have a 30-minute instructional video on light and landscaping. Okay, any questions or comments from anybody? That was easy. Okay, here's the monthly challenge sheet. The current active one is this active senior living. And what we're going to do is extend that because you only had 2 weeks in October, the last 2 weeks of October. So we'll extend that. And birds is the November challenge. And I'm sorry that isn't more specific. Next time it'll say water birds or it'll say something more specific than birds. But this for at least this time, it's just birds. And the last call for both is going to be on November 30th. And what the monthly challenge is, you give me 3 8x10s, and you can drop them in the lockbox, and I'll see that Ruth gets them. And you get a gold star for participating. You get a chance to have your work displayed on the bulletin board. You might win, and then you get bragging rights. And then we need you to put on the back of the photo your name so that you get your gold star, and also whether you want it back or not. Jan Kelly has made arrangements for us to donate the prints that we are through with. They're going to use them at the nurses station. And Jan is planning to put a little display up that says courtesy of the Leisure World Photography Club. And then also my thought was that they could use them for sunshine. Maybe put a positive message on the back and give them to patients to help cheer the patients up. So at least it'd be to a good cause. So just put your name, so you get your gold star, and whether you want it back or not. On mine, I just put NR for no return. I was going to put DNR, but somebody said, you know, for old people, maybe we shouldn't use that term. Anyway, just to stimulate you and give you some ideas. This is what I printed this morning for Ruth. There's 3 bird shots, and then there's 3 active senior shots. Just to give you some ideas. And there's where we are on gold stars right now. The last good turnout we had was on macro last year. We had a good turnout on that. We had 8 submissions from people and 15 photos, which was good. And then we had food, and food had only been running for a week when we got shut down by the virus, if you remember. And then the 2 ones from this year are the active senior and the birds. So I'll keep updating that each week as people turn things in. The weekly challenge this week is something noisy. Next week will be fast shutter speed. And that can be anything as long as you had to use a very fast shutter speed for it. And basically that's anything traveling faster than a bicycle. You'll need a fast shutter speed to capture that. And then the following week is transportation, which is super vague. We probably won't have any that vague anymore from now on, but for November 21st, just any kind of transportation is fine. And then the monthly challenges for October, extended the active senior living and the birds for November. This group that you see a picture of here, this is the, that's my cousin in Concordia. It's spelled with a C, Concordia, Missouri. And he has a little band with his friends and they call it the KKK. That actually stands for Concordian Comical Crew, not to be confused with the other KKK. But they have a lot of fun. It's a band for seniors. And we were there when he happened to be going to one of his practices. So we tagged along just to watch him practice. And then Diane got involved with the cymbals. So let's do the weekly challenge now. Looks like Diane's first.
Diane, you're muted.
Diane, turn your sound on.
Thank you. I usually don't photograph noisy stuff, usually food, plants, quiet stuff. Anyhow, this is when we went to hear the KKK band, and I was included later, but I took a picture of them, and they were noisy, let me tell you. Next. Okay, next.
You got it?
Here we go. We went to the baseball induction in Cooperstown. This was a parade, very noisy, very exciting. Next. Okay, next. Ready?
There. Can you see it, Diane?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, this was, there was a pumpkin festival in Cave Creek. And I understand it's in Mesa, or it was last week on Maine. And I'm avoiding people right now, but it was so much fun. There were a lot of people there, very clever pumpkin exhibits with lots and lots of people. Okay, next.
Is that it?
No, next.
There we go. Diane, can you see it?
No. I'm still in the pumpkins.
Can everybody see can everybody see the meeting, the picture of the meeting?
Oh,
Yes.
now. Oh, yes. Here we are. I attend all the board meetings and work sessions. They get very noisy right before. That's it. Oh, I took, this was on my television. I took a picture of myself. I was fan of the day. My sister submitted me to Brenly, and they show a fan of the day, and they put it on the big screen at Chase Park or Chase Field. So I took that of myself on the TV because I recorded it and I knew it was going to be that day.
Excellent.
Oh, we have season 2 of the game, which of course they're holding our money and all of our performances. Hamilton, and that was the all the stuff that they parked outside. And Hamilton was a very nice production. Next. Oh, this is right outside our house.
Very brief.
Yeah, they come waddling by when it's kind of rainy or when it's gonna rain.
You got it. Thanks, Diane. Very nice. Okay, Hal. Is Hal here? Hal?
Al, you're muted.
Is Hal here?
Al,
There
you're
he is.
muted.
Yeah, turn your sound on, Hal. There you go.
Are we there?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. That's Mason, our grandson, and it was a football game, the flag football game. It was pretty noisy there.
All right.
That was, these are from 2019 because nothing's going on now. So, but this is, in our backyard, they were trimming some trees and the chainsaw was pretty loud. And this is the Indian festival they have up here at the Hindu festival at, it's in Sammamish. and they have it every year, but this year they're not having it, I'm sure. But they have dancing, and she's talking she's the announcer, so that's why there's noise there, loud noise.
Do you have a Hindu population in Seattle?
Oh gosh, yes. Here for all the people from India that work for Microsoft are right around here, so it's a huge population.
Oh my God, I should have known.
Yeah, well, it's really beautiful. They have up on Sammamish Heights there, they built hundreds of houses that the people come over here and are in.
Oh yeah, they're wonderful people.
Oh,
Very
it's sure
smart.
fun to see that festival. Well, I wish
Yeah,
I could
I'll
show
bet.
you more pictures.
Yeah, pretty girl.
And that's the same festival there. And the girls are singing, the little girls are singing.
Very nice.
This is the Issaquah parade, Salmon Day parade. And this is obviously a band.
What makes the shot is the girl in the first row with the saxophone.
Yeah, it
She's
is.
looking to the right to make sure her line is straight, that she's keeping up.
Yeah.
When you're marching, you dress right. So,
Oh, really?
yep,
I
that's what she's
don't know. I'm
doing.
not much of a marcher.
I got kicked out of military school, so I know these things.
Yeah. And of course, those are the cheerleaders. Sammamish.
Very nice. Uh-oh.
And that's Loretta. She plays the accordion in the choir. We have a bunch of people that play instruments in the choir, and she's really interesting. She started learning that when I don't know if you guys know. I'm getting too long, talking too much. I better cut it out.
That's all right. Go ahead.
She started learning how to play that when Stan Borison had his school here in Seattle. And I started learning it too, but she kept learning it. I quit. But anyway, she's really good.
If you're under 20 years old, you probably don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's probably true. And that's a guitar that we gave to Val's, one of her granddaughters, Oten Yellow. How do you pronounce it? Oten Yellow, I think. Something like that. Her mom is married to a guy down in Guatemala, so she's down there now. I don't know how that's monsoon season now. It's pretty rough.
It's a beautiful, beautiful guitar. All right, thanks. And let's see, Helen, you're up.
Hello. I have so many photos that are so disorganized that it takes me forever to find anything. So I'm in the process of trying to get things done. So I found a few. I'm looking at the bagpiper here, and he was greeting the tourists as we came in and out of Blarney Castle. And he was quite noisy, very entertaining.
Did you kiss the Blarney Stone?
I did. I sure did.
Scary,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I had no idea that's what was involved, but it was.
I had no idea it was so far down.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I did.
There's
And
something
this
noisy.
was, yeah, these are the ducks that greeted, I think this was in Indonesia in a recent trip. And they were there every morning to greet people who were taking their walk. And you can see they're kind of drying off and fluffing up because they were in the water, and they're squawking and making a lot of noise. Very cute.
Oh yeah, as ducks often do.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that was a duplicate, I think. And this guy, I'm a city girl, I grew up in Chicago, so I thought roosters only made noise in the morning, but this guy was out in the daytime, and he was making a lot of noise. He's a very handsome guy, though.
Beautiful bird.
Yeah, I think it's more of a mating call than anything. I'm just kidding.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. We don't know. Very nice, Helen. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And you keep getting those things organized so you can find them easier, okay?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Atta
My
girl.
project.
Atta girl. All right, Linda. This will be something that you haven't seen before. Go ahead, Linda. Go ahead, Linda. Linda, are you there?
I just got a call from Travis. Have you let on Shelley B and Eric Taylor? Because she called me or texted me that she can't get on.
Everybody is let in. I let all of you in just now, including you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I got booted off. Okay, I'm
Okay.
ready.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, thank you. I did take this picture, and that shows the water thing that's stuck in your mouth, to spray you. And well, maybe it's a suction thing. You hear the noise from that. And there's the drill with a point on it. Now, I didn't have one of those selfie sticks. So this is my dentist, and she's sticking a needle in me.
I questioned
thinking-
Linda because these pictures that you submit should be pictures you've taken yourself. So I asked Linda, I said, how did you take that picture?
I agree. Maybe that's the needle. I'm trying to see it bigger. Here, I'll increase it. No, that's where, oh, there's the video.
Well, that's a first.
I raised my hands like, hold it. Okay, I'm trying to see what this one is. I guess it's this. I took this one, but I didn't do a good job. It's this
Looks like
green.
your dental chart.
Yeah.
I see you've got a real problem on number 32 there. It's in red.
Oh, that's the crown. They had to send the crown back.
Oh my God.
And that's my dentist that I go to up on
Are you
Broadway.
getting
No,
paid
Maine.
for this ad, Linda?
No, it's a husband and wife, and I
Are
thought
you
I'd
sure?
let you know. No, I had the total bill for my crown.
Yeah, but I think they might have given you credit for on your crowns for showing their business card. Okay, who we have here? We have
just to say,
Ruth.
Yeah.
Ruth. There we go. Beautiful.
Everybody's familiar with these birds, but one of them doesn't make a lot of noise. But if you've ever seen a whole bunch of them in a tree or a cactus, they're delightfully noisy.
That's one of my favorite birds.
Yeah. And this is a bunk room in a submarine, and I can't imagine how anybody gets any sleep here because it's very noisy.
I agree with you.
This is just a close-up shot of one of the steam engines at the let's see, Williams, Arizona, Williams, where the steam engines they have some steam engines that take you to the Grand Canyon.
We've been on that railroad. Spoiler alert, they do get held up.
Oh. And this is everybody's familiar with this too, I'm sure, but this is a lot of noisy things that when they're organized and can produce beautiful music.
That's the Oregon Stop Pizza, right?
Right.
Beautiful. Nice shot.
And this is a bull elk, and I know this isn't a great shot because I didn't have my good camera at the time I spotted him. And it was rutting season, and they make a lot of noise when they're in rutting season.
That's right, isn't it, Diane? Diane's really into animal husbandry.
And this is I went to, I
What
took
a
my
great
grandson.
shot.
Yeah,
What
they
a
took
great
my
shot.
grandsons to the air zoo in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and it's always hard in a museum, you know, to get good shots of airplanes because there's all paraphernalia in the background. So I went around and took lots of close-ups, and this one was my favorite.
That's an outstanding shot. Well done. Uh-oh. You know it's noisy.
I hope I didn't show this picture before.
No.
My memory's not real great, but anyway, this is a grandson who did not like Papa's Cushman Eagle at all.
That's cute.
And I apologize for this one. It's not great, but come to the state park. They kept adding cattle to this field right next to the campground.
This is how
And
milk is made.
they got more and more upset all night long. They made this noise all night long, and they kept adding cattle to this group of cows.
That
So
is
there's a
cute.
little humor. There's a little humor along with the noise.
Absolutely. Nice job, Ruth. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, who we got here? Val, you're up. Oh my goodness.
This is my great-grandson, Liam, and he's in the shower, and there's nothing like a 2-year-old who likes to make noise in the shower.
Cute.
Next. And this is my grandson, Mason. And again, nothing like a dog mask on a 6-year-old to have him running around sounding like a dog. This is a Tibetan bell and dorje. They're ritualistic instruments used in Tibetan Buddhist practices. The bell represents wisdom and the dorje represents compassion.
Excellent.
Next. And this is a damaru drum. It's another Buddhist musical instrument, and it's a foot in diameter and about maybe 6 inches across. And you hold it by the tapestry that hangs down from the middle. And that string that you can see coming out the front and out the back, those are the things that pound the bell or pound the drum. You hold it in your hand about up like this, and you put your fingers around the center of it and you shake it back and forth, and that's how it's played.
Oh, it's a self-beating drum. You just wave your hand and it beats itself.
Yes. You have to, it's very tricky though. You have to do it just right or the things don't hit the sides.
Wow. Excellent.
These are maracas. These are Latin and Caribbean musical instrument.
Looks like Haiti. H-A-I-T-I.
A little bit different. Yeah, it does look like Haiti on it.
That's all right. They're not Mexican,
Next.
I knew, because of the color.
Right, right. And again, that's the bell. And I was fooling around with some of the ideas from the light video that we saw a couple of weeks ago. I was trying to use some outer light and get some shadowing stuff going.
It's very difficult because that's a bright light. You probably needed to put like a bed sheet or something to calm it down a little bit. But I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get the clapper in there. Trying to get the clapper involved. So yeah, just keep working on it. You got the right idea. You're experimenting with light.
Yeah. And there's robins that live right outside our window, and they get pretty noisy when they hunt for berries. You can see a berry on the far left side there. But they all gather and they fight over who gets the biggest berries.
Beautiful bird shot.
And then that's my daughter's dog, Odin. And he has a very noisy bark, but he's resting at the moment there.
Yeah, beautiful dog shot. Thank you. Very nice. Nice job. Who we got here? We got Walt. You're up. Oh my God.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Walt, do you want to tell us about these?
Yeah, we found these in St. Helena, California at a Harley rental place. They have other interests besides Harleys. The sign for this says, we're not quite sure how fast it'll go. We've only run it a few times.
It's an aircraft engine, isn't it?
Yes, aircraft engine, propeller to drive it along.
I'm pretty sure that would be airborne if they went too fast.
Could well be.
That Volkswagen doesn't weigh very much, trust me.
$200.
Not that one.
No.
And this one is a 28-cylinder, 71.5 liter displacement engine off a B-36 bomber. That was
That's the one you bought for your RV?
That was the bomber that Curtis LeMay had built to carry his hydrogen bombs.
Oh,
Had
yeah.
6 of those things on it and 4 jet engines.
Wow.
And the next sign that goes with it is also interesting. Next. That explains it sort of. And for $200, they'll fire it up for you. And
That's for
there's
Mike. Ask for Mike. He's deaf.
on the reviews for Newman's motorcycle rentals, the first thing that comes up is we bought the pass to have them fire it up as a birthday present for my husband. It was really worth the $200.
Is that right?
Yeah. And I don't know if they're actually in business now because there were all those fires around that part of California. They're a little bit south of Calistoga. And the fire map that I found looked like it missed St. Helena proper. But there's nothing new on the website from the motorcycle rental, so maybe it is.
Yeah, let's hope they're okay.
On vacation. And this was from the RV lot when the 2 planes from the local airport went over, the 2 bombers they have. I took the liberty of multiplying it by 4. It was loud going over just the 2 planes.
I tried to get those. I think that's the flower that I tried to photograph in my backyard. And boy, I didn't get near that view. You did a good job of getting out there in the open. I should have done that
It was
too.
last May. I was working on the top of the RV when they went over and
That's
grabbed my
perfect.
cell phone.
Perfect position.
Oh, dear. Let it ring.
And this was a couple of days ago.
Can't hear you, Walt.
We can't talk right now. Call back.
This
Here
was
we go.
out on Power Road a few days ago, just before Halloween. And it was sitting there at the light, but when it got going, it really was loud. I don't think it has a muffler on it. There is a muffler, but there is also a pipe that looks like it might be a straight pipe not going through the muffler over here. So anyhow, that's the last for me.
Very good. He's got a beer handle for
Yes,
a
for a gear
for a wheel
shift.
turner. Yeah. And last but not least is Bob. This is something that somebody's less than 25-year-old won't recognize either. This is an old Wurlitzer jukebox. I took this picture at the Martin Auto Museum. And the photo shoot went to the Wrigley Mansion, and that this piano,
Over there, huh?
what's his name? Played Rhapsody in Blue. Gershwin. But anyways, George Gershwin visited the Wrigley Mansion when the old man Wrigley was alive. He was a regular guest there, and he played at that piano. Ah, yes, this is from the Motorcycle Museum in Sturgis, South Dakota. That was celebrating their 50th anniversary. Now, I anticipate that motorcycle would make a lot of noise. This was at the Black Hills Central Railroad. There's a park that's dedicated to railroad memorabilia and so forth, and that was part of that. This is a cannon, and they make a lot of noise when they're exploded. This was on the Missouri River. There was a big rivalry between Kansas City and Leavenworth for getting a bridge across the river, and Kansas City eventually won, but they did build a second bridge here. This is close to Leavenworth, and this second bridge did give service through 1964 when it was taken down. But anyway, this is a memorial park there close to Leavenworth, Kansas, Fort Leavenworth. Ah, yes, the crack of the bat. That makes a lot of noise, and the crowd goes crazy.
That's a good one.
This is a piece of machinery that spits out 300 pieces of taffy a minute after it wraps it, and it makes a lot of noise. That's from a Glendale candy factory that we visited.
Wow.
I started to give you a still of this, and I thought, well, the still isn't going to tell the story. This is La Bufadora in Ensenada, Mexico. It's a natural rock formation that has been behaving this way for centuries.
Wow.
And I think that's it for me. Okay.
Bob, was that like Yellowstone?
No, it's Ensenada, Mexico.
Right, but I mean, is it coming up from the ground?
It's the ocean.
Oh, it's the ocean.
It's a
Okay,
cove
thank
in the ocean. Yeah.
It's like the Thunderhole in Maine in Acadia.
Is it? Yeah. Okay. So it's a natural rock formation that funnels the water through that tight crack, and then it shoots it up to the surface, and it makes a really loud noise when it does so.
Yeah, that's how the Thunder Hole works.
Yep. I used to watch that a lot. Bob,
Okay.
remind people about the piano plate at the Wrigley. That it's
the
a
Wrigley?
Steinway. Yes, remember Wrigley had to pay a lot of money to get Steinway to work with, and I'm drawing a blank on, and they were never ever to work together, but because he paid them for this piano, and it's a player piano, and very unusual for Steinway to work with the other company, and I can't say it right now.
Well, you know more
Ruth-
about it than I do. I just remember that George Gershwin was a frequent
well,
guest at the Wrigley Mansion.
that's
And-
true, but she told the whole history of how they put that piano together, and maybe we'll work on that. That'll
Yeah, I
be.
don't recall. I don't recall.
I'll get the answer to that.
Okay, very good. All right, at this point, I'm going to stop recording the meeting, and then we're going to go to our 30-minute lesson for this week, which is called Working with Light in Landscape. So we'll stop the recording.